Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we have a special one that kind of inspired me to start this all. This is the Magnum Research BFR, Big Friendly Revolver. Yeah, it's not too friendly, don't let it fool you. It is a single action revolver, meaning, but that in order to shoot it, you have to cock it back before you can pull the trigger. Show you, it's empty real quick. Close that gate. But in order to pull the trigger and have it fire, you have to cock it first. Now it's cocked, you can pull the trigger. Single action. If it's a double action, you just keep on pulling the trigger and you can shoot until it runs out of bullets. But this guy, the single action is supposed to be stronger than the double action, which is why I believe they use this one specifically single action for the larger cartridges it's available in. It does have the 3-inch cylinder on it, quite large, a lot bigger than most, even bigger than the Magnum, or I'm sorry, the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. That one has less than a 3-inch cylinder on it versus this one. 10-inch barrel. It's a pretty beefy barrel. Pretty big hole in this one. It's pretty stout, pretty awesome. I got a hold of this back in 2020, back during that nasty time. Very difficult time to get ammo. So I feel that's a big reason on why I got such a good price on it. But I've actually been holding on to it since then. I haven't been able to shoot it because I haven't seen the ammo available for it. This one is chambered in a 450 Marlin, which they say is a dying cartridge, but I still like it. I like a lot of weird stuff. The gun itself, I believe, is based off the Ruger Super Blackhawk. Very similar. Both single action. Both usually have the longer barrels on them. But the Ruger Super Blackhawk is typically chambered in a 44 mag. So, as you can see from the cylinder, shorter cartridge, smaller, but it's still got a really good kick to it. So this one was chambered in the 450 Marlin. At the time, it was very difficult to get cartridges for. I could not buy a box of ammo anywhere back in 2020. I held on to it just because I liked it, thought it was cool. But then I decided I actually wanted to shoot it. So I looked out there and saw what I could find for it. The 450 Marlin is actually a 458 diameter bullet versus a 45 ACP, which is a 451 diameter. So this one is larger than the 45 ACP in diameter. This is more on par with the 4570. A lot of people believe that the 450 Marlin was based off the 4570. I just don't believe that one. I think it more resembles the 458 by 2. A lot of people call it the 458 American. Let me show you one. I don't have the gun that actually shoots a 458 American, but this is the cartridge right here. This cartridge was initially a 458 Win mag, and you cut it down to 2 inches. Or the 458 Win mag is the same case as the 300 Win mag, the 7mm mag, and a lot of the belted cases. See the belt here at the bottom? That guy right there got a nice little belt. But right here, I have a 7mm mag. Show you a little comparison. So I actually took the 7mm mag and cut it right there where it starts to neck down. Hope that showed up on the camera. I'm not sure. I do apologize about the video quality. I'm not the best editor, so I'm trying to shoot these all in one take. No pauses, not so many edits. Keeping it simple, showing you guys the real thing. But so this is a 458 American, and I believe that is what the 450 Marlin is based off of. Let me show you another. Here's a box of 450 Marlin I was actually able to pick up at Bass Pro the other day. First time I've seen it in the stores since I purchased this back in 2020. So let me show you the similarities on this. Both the same height, both same diameter, almost a mirrored image, except the little belt right here is a little bit deeper. I'm not sure if you can quite see that, but I'm hoping you can. Which is why I believe the 450 Marlin is based off. Sorry, 450 Marlin is based off the 458 American. Being that I had a little curiosity in the 458 American and same diameter bullet, same a lot of everything, I decided to reach out to Joby at Magnum Research to see if he could make me a cylinder for this so I can shoot the 458 American out of it. Joby's a pretty good guy. Look what I got here. This guy right here is a 458 American. 458 by 2 inches long, 0.458 in diameter of bullet. These Magnum Research revolvers are pretty cool. All you have to do, unscrew this guy right here, slide this rod out, open your gate, and the cylinder slides right out. I can slide it in the different cylinder. So for many years, past 4 years, 5 years, I was actually shooting 458 American out of this. 458 American's a Wildcat cartridge. I don't believe anyone actually manufactures the cartridge itself. So I would just take my 300 Win mag cases, my 7mm mag cases, and cut them down to 2 inches. Get the 458 projectiles, same one that the 450 or 4570 shoots, same one that the 450 Marlin shoots. I was actually loading the 458 American cartridges to match the 450 Marlin ballistics. So it was quite easy, very, very similar. I think it's the same thing actually, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. So I was able to shoot this past few years with just the 458 American because I was unable to get the 450 Marlin ammo. Yeah, I'm still not the best shot with it. I'm not a recoil junkie, sort of say. I think Kentucky Ballistics has me beat on that one. But let's take this out to the range. I'll see what we can do with it. All right. See you guys at the range. All right, let's do this again. I thought I hit record the first time. I didn't. I've already got 5 holes down range on this target. This target is at 21 yards. Shooting a 450 Marlin. At a public range with quite a few people, so I'm trying to be quiet. 4 shots down and see how it goes. Alright, there should be a total of 9 holes in that paper. As soon as range goes cold, we'll pull that target, see how it looks, and then we'll see what we think. Alright, retrieve my target. The amount of how violent it wasn't too bad. Let me show you. Not bad. It's wait for the range to go hot, and we'll put down another few rounds and see how it goes. Alright, range is hot. Let's put 5 rounds down range. And then we'll see how it looks. Hands are nice and sensitive now. Let's see how it goes. I'm gonna smash the crap out of my fingers. Let's wear some gloves next time I shoot it. Alright, we'll call that good. We push pause on this. Turn the camera back on after we get the target. Alright, pull my target real quick. We're not going to worry about those 2 bottom ones. Those guys right there aren't bad. Alright. Let's get out of here. We'll talk more in the shade. Well, actually, when we get home. Alright, here we are at home after the range. It was a warm day. I think it was around 90 degrees, and it's only the 1st of October. So it's pretty warm. Luckily, I was in the shade. It was a public range. there were quite a few people shooting around me, so I was trying to be quiet. So I do apologize if I wasn't too clear on the camera when I was out there. The target I had, these guys right here, I had them set up at 21 yards. I'm sorry, 21 yards with iron sights. I shoot a lot of rifles that have scopes on them, so I'm not the best with the iron sights. So I didn't put it too far out there. As you can see from the Ruger Super Blackhawk in the beginning, that one had a scope on it as well. So yeah, I suck with the iron sights. So I had it nice and close. But the first target I shot was this guy right here. Each of these squares are they're 1 inches. So what's that? 1, 2, 3. 3-inch-ish group at 21 yards out of a revolver. It was kicking my butt, let's be honest. But let's just show you a little what it is. And then the next one, this guy right here, I did a little better on it. A little tighter groups, 21 yards. As you can see, it was quite violent shooting it. But if I can learn how to shoot it properly, get my grip down, maybe even do some gloves. The trigger housing on this guy, right here, it feels like there's just enough room to get your finger in there sometimes. With all that violent recoil, it tore up my finger pretty good, kept smashing it back. So yeah, I might have been flinching a little bit because I was getting my butt kicked by it. But if I get some gloves or I can learn how to manage it properly, probably do a lot better with it. But I had fun with this thing today. Actually, it was yesterday. I was at the range. Today's a new day. And I wanted to share it with you. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.